Finger pull originated from the Dene people. The Dene economy centered primarily on hunting, fishing, and food gathering. The Dene traveled over their vast traditional territory, from Hudson's Bay to the Northwest Territories, across the Yukon, and into the Alaskan interior. Dene games prepared the people for hunting, fishing, and food collecting. They tested people's endurance, speed, physical strength, resistance to pain, and mental agility. For example, men prepared their fingers for carrying home heavy fish from the shore to their camp by playing finger pull. Since many of these games were created for and played by hunters and fishers, all of whom were male, they were traditionally male-only sports. Finger pull is a test of strength endurance and maximal strength of the arm and pulling hand. One player is on offense and the other is on defense. To decide this, you can use a coin flip, draw from a hat, or rock, paper, scissors. At the start of the game, players will sit facing each other. At this point, the winner will inform the opponent of their choice of position, offense or defense. The defensive player tries to prevent the release of their finger lock or the straightening of their arm. The offensive player will attempt to break the opponent's finger lock or pull the defensive player to straighten their arm. The fundamental movement skills involved in finger pull are in the stabilization category: stretching of the pull finger, extending and flexing of the pull arms, hanging/grip of the pull hands, and bracing of the elbow and the thigh when on defense. Defensive positioning. The defensive player places their leg straight out and bends the right leg at the knee and places their foot on the inside part of their thigh. They then take their right arm, place it on their bent right leg, and turn the hand so their palm is face up. They then proceed to place their left hand on their opponent's left knee. Offensive positioning. The offensive player will now place their 2 feet against their opponent's bent right leg. They will then place their left hand against their opponent's left shoulder. For the finger lock, both defensive and offensive players will lock their middle fingers together. The defensive player must keep their palm facing up, and the offensive player accommodates the grip by having their thumb facing up. There is to be no twisting of the hands or jerking motion. The offensive player begins by pulling slow, straight, and even. So how is the winner determined? Once players have gotten into position, the official will give the ready, set, pull. The defensive player tries to keep their hand and arm from being pulled out of position from their right thigh. Defensive players will place their elbow into their right thigh and below their stomach as snug as possible. Defensive players cannot lean over their elbow all the way, therefore placing their body weight on their arm. The offensive player tries to pull so that the defensive player loses their grip or pulls the defensive player's elbow out of position. If the defensive player can resist for 7 seconds, they are the winner. Games are formatted in a best-of-3 series. Okay, so we'll begin with rock, paper, scissors to determine who's offense and who's defense, okay? So a quick match. Excellent. Okay, so you were the winner of rock, paper, scissors, so what would you like to be?
I'll be offense.
Okay, so I'll get you to sit down, take the defensive position, extend your left leg, bend your right one into your thigh, get you to put both feet up against his bent leg. Okay, now I'll get you to put your left arm on his left knee, Brody. And I'll get you to put your left arm on his shoulder. Okay, now put this arm in the middle and tuck your elbow into your belly, kind of. Nice. And then we'll get palm up, bend these ones, bend this finger slightly too. Okay, just like that. And then you'll accommodate by hooking your middle finger and his middle finger. Nice, excellent. Now that's a lock. Okay, so make sure your arm is nice and tucked in. Okay, on my go, I'll say ready, set, pull, and you guys will pull off against each other. You'll start pulling very slow and even until you meet his force, okay? And the goal is to break either the lock or to extend his arm, okay?
Okay.
Okay, ready, set, pull. Nice, good job. So you're the winner. Okay, so you won, so now we'll be switching positions though. So you will switch into offense position and you'll go into the defensive position. Nice. Excellent. So meet in the middle, lock up. Okay. Okay. Ready, set, pull. Good job. Nice. Okay, so your arm came straight and the lock broke, so you win. Alright, so you won this game, and you won one game, so now we're going to have to go to a best of 3. So we'll get you to switch positions again. Excellent. Arms up. Block in the middle. Good. Okay, so this is to determine the winner of a finger pull. Okay, so ready, set, pull. Pull. Keep pulling. Alright, that's 7 seconds. Defense wins.